Hey everyone, it's Exxon here with Hex Technology. Today we have a little different video. We're gonna go over the top 5 mistakes that I see that people make when buying or choosing a laptop for their business. And then we're also going to review, by request of someone, they wanted to see the laptops that we used at the ST Exteriors office, and typically a laptop that we recommend. As you guys may know, there's a ton of different options out there, but this is just what we like to go with. And if you're going to be looking for laptops or anything like that and you just want some advice, reach out and we'll help you out. But let's get started. First mistake that I see when people are choosing a laptop, they go to Best Buy and they see a computer with good specs, but it usually comes with a Windows Home operating system, not Windows Pro. There's 3 major things that you'll run into in the future once if you're scaling your business and you're getting into the realm of where you're gonna need to connect everything together, maybe even possibly have a domain. It doesn't come with the ability to join a domain. It doesn't come with the ability to secure your computer with BitLocker, which that is to encrypt your hard drive. And number 3 is the ability to remote desktop into the computers and whatnot. So you may be like, oh, I don't need that right now, which is fine. But if you're planning on growing, just spend the money up front. Don't go with the $400 laptop that you may find for that. Okay. Mistake number 2 that we see. People go with the laptops that are 8 gigabytes of RAM. This day and age, with the software that we run, people may be like, oh, well, it's cloud-based. I don't need that much RAM. You need more RAM. 8 gigs sounds like a lot, but it's not. Once you start filling it up and you're going in and you're working in files, you got your QuickBooks open, you have your email, you're looking at different stuff, you're even processing AI queries on ChatGPT or whatever you may be using. A lot of people think that just because it's cloud-based app, it doesn't require RAM. But if it has a lot of visuals and all that like that, you're gonna need a lot more RAM. At the minimum, I like to go with 16. If you're doing specialized work, would say you start getting into Adobe apps, you want to do video, you want to edit a little bit, you're using specialized software, maybe like 3D and camera like that, you're not gonna have enough RAM. But depending on the usage and your use case, we can figure out a happy medium of what you need. So like I said, we can always recommend something. Mistake number 3, a consumer style laptop is not made to be run 24/7 like a business laptop is. There's 3 main brands that I see out there, which are the HP ProBooks, the Lenovo ThinkPads, and then the Dell Latitude laptops that are business grade. Any of those will serve you well, like I said, but just you gotta know your hardware requirements when you're buying a laptop. So just think about that ahead before you just go out and buy something. Mistake number 4, from the security standpoint, like I said, your operating system version does matter. If you are using your laptop and you don't have device encryption and it gets stolen or lost, or even if it crashes, if you don't have proper encryption or your data backup set up correctly, you're gonna lose all your information. What BitLocker does is encrypts your drive, so basically locks it down. So if someone steals it, you don't have an encrypted drive, we can pull the hard drive out, hook it up to a little dock, and extract all the data. BitLocker keeps you from being able to do that. So, and then just the final mistake might be a little redundant, but I see a lot of people just buying the cheapest laptops possible. Yes, there's laptops that are $400 that if you're a student, these are gonna work well for you. But if you're a business, spend a little bit more money and get the hardware that you need. It's gonna save you your money in the long run. It's just gonna be a way better investment in the long run. So typically when we do laptops, desktops, or we deploy technology, we always have a plan in mind. Typically with laptops, I tell like businesses, get ready and have a budget in place for 3 years basically. So we're gonna use these computers for 3 years. They might still be good after the 3 years, but then we start phasing them out because we usually start seeing some sort of degradation, and you're using the hardware constantly every single day. It's gonna get degraded. It's gonna start getting sluggish, and just have that plan in place to start upgrading some of them. You don't have to do all of them at once, but typically when you're buying a system from us, we give you that in mind. We tell you that up front. Hey, we're gonna go with a system that'll last you really well for the 3 years. Business grade laptops come with a lot better warranties than regular consumer ones that you would get at the store. A lot of the warranties that you buy, I wouldn't recommend, but same thing if you're, it just depends what you want. But yeah, just keep that in mind when you're making an investment like that. It's just like a vehicle. This stuff can also be depreciated because they're your work tools. And same thing, you're gonna depreciate them over a period of 3 to 5 years or whatever your account says, depreciate 1 year. I'm not a tax expert, but just know that you're buying tools. If you are a carpenter, if you are in the trades, what is your bloodline and your lifeline? It's your tools. So that's what I'm saying. Think of technology like that too. Just like you need your good tools for outside work, your receptionist, your accounting team, your marketing team, your sales team, they need good tools to be able to make you money too. So, all right, so with that, let's get into the unboxing of the laptops that we chose for ST Exteriors. So we have a HP ProBook here. It is the 46011 G11. It is a 16-inch laptop. And with these, we went with a Ryzen 7 instead of Intel. I'm a big fan of Intel too, but these Ryzen chips have been becoming more and more popular, and just for bang for your buck, we went with this. So it's a nice little laptop. Get it out the way. It is a Ryzen 7 with 16 gigs of RAM. It is running Windows 11 Pro. And it has a 516 SSD. Comes with their little power adapter. It is USB-C. And what we really like about these and with these power supplies is that whenever we have them docked at each person's station, they're actually getting charged. So you just keep this in your bag and you don't need it while you're in the office. So we'll go through and do a little bit of B-roll for you guys. So what we like about these laptops as well, so it does come with a HDMI port, a regular USB, 2 USB-Cs, and a headphone port. Not that that's used anymore much, but still. Another USB 3. It still comes with a Ethernet port, which is important depending on what you use it for. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get it powered up and we're gonna get it ready to deploy next week at ST Exteriors. They have a new salesperson, I believe, that is gonna be getting this unit. And yep, like you guys saw before, they're gonna be getting a 24-inch monitor and a Dell HP G5 dock to go with this. So another thing that I forgot to mention is whenever you buy a laptop, a lot of companies pay Microsoft a lot of money to get their software onto the Windows Home software. So that's why when you get it, it has a whole bunch of what we call bloat software. All of those free trials that are a pain in the butt. A Windows 11 Pro doesn't come with as many, if not any. Usually like HP will come with their smart wolf security that they put on there. You might get a 6-month trial of free antivirus with these, but that's pretty much it. They don't come with a ton of stuff already pre-installed that you have to clear out. One thing that we do here at Hex Technology anyway is we have a pre-made image that we load onto each computer anyway, that already has our antivirus that we run and then our RMM tools. So with those tools, that's what we use to give support to the users at each location. So we take care of antivirus for you, and then we also take care of monitoring and patching to make sure that your computer is always up to date. The biggest point of failure that you usually see with tech or computers at offices, unfortunately, is your employees and your users. A lot of training has to be done. Not just buying the best of everything doesn't keep you 100% secure. You can have the best firewalls, you could have everything segmented out, and you can always be very cautious. You can have the best antivirus, but if a user ultimately allows something into their computer, it's really hard to combat that. Clicking on bad emails, which what we run into is, somebody sends a link and then it takes you to a bad page, stuff comes up, and then it tells you to call, and you're freaking out, and you don't wanna feel dumb because you clicked on something like that. So you call, and then you end up letting someone into your computer, and then they take over, and then they infect your computer. Then you take it to the office the next day, and bam, the whole network's gone. So that's why it's very important to work with a partner that can really give you a little bit of strategy and training to combat that. You just have to know what to look out for ultimately, and that's what we're here for. We're here to help, not to shame, because we've all been through that. There's some really, really good scams out there nowadays, and you just have to stay on your toes with this stuff. So that's why I always would recommend to work with a partner for this stuff. And luckily for a lot of people in this area that might be smaller, that may not be ready for a full build out, but we're still able to help you and assess where you're at in your business and kind of give you that support that you may need. So we're always here, and reach out. No question is dumb. It's always about safety. And so now just me ranting, and I'm not gonna keep you guys waiting here while I set this up, but maybe later on we can go in and actually do like the policies that we do on the main controllers. If you are on work, like a work group, it's a lot harder, and you got to take some more steps to make sure that you're secured, because you're not able to lock down the computers 100%. But yes, like you're still able to have control. We always make one admin account, and then everybody else is just a regular user, so that they can't install software. Yes, it might be a pain in the butt, but it's to keep people safe. But later on, we'll make another detailed video on all those policies, how to create policies, maybe even how to segment a network on our routers, and then how we set up our firewall for different policies. So just keep an eye out for more content. Just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the laptops, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.